If you like wrestling, hold on to your butts because it's time for RASSLEBUTTS! RASSLEBUTTS coming to you live once again from Buffalo, New York, because the rents are just so reasonable. I cannot overstate that enough. The rents are very reasonable here live in Buffalo, New York, and that's why we can afford a third engagement here in the historic whatever arena we're in here. Who knows what it's called, but hey, the people love being here. They grabbed their snacks. They went to the bathroom ahead of time this time, and we are ready to get going. Can't wait. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Looks like Psycho Knight still has a little beef with Brock Disco here, and Brock Disco just not having any of it. He's like, I'm trying to get ready for my match later. And Psycho Knight's like, well, I ain't gonna let you because you don't even deserve to have this match. Where I'm supposed to be going up against you. And Brock Disco's like, let me show you why you don't deserve to face the Devil City bosses. Psycho Knight definitely came prepared, but not prepared enough as it turns out. Oh, nice little reversal there. These two guys are going at it like crazy. Now, if you're not familiar with why these two want to beat each other up so bad, hey, Brock Disco has been messing with Psycho Knight since the very beginning. Psycho Knight, of course, tag teaming in the Pimp Snappers with Justin, and the two of them trying to seek out a fair co-championship shot, and should have earned it. Oh, that was beautiful right there on the hard concrete of the backstage floor. In any case, the Pimp Snappers have been maintaining that they deserve a shot at that co-championship, but Brock Disco and Dwayne have been dodging them at every turn and trying to find ways to undermine and subvert their attempt. Well, Psycho Knight's had just about enough of that, and he's showing Brock Disco how little he cares for all of this goofing around by having a little run into him tonight. And now Brock Disco, of course, has the chance tonight in the main event with Dwayne to defend his co-championship against a team of his choosing. And he chose, oh my goodness, he's going to have a hard time. I don't care who his opponent is. He's going to have a hard time recovering from that one. But he specifically told the Mysterious Commissioner that he wanted to face Fantaboi and another Fantaboi. Mysterious Commissioner said that wasn't possible. So Brock Disco said, fine, Fantaboi and an infant. He literally said an infant. And the Mysterious Commissioner said, fair enough. And so the Mysterious Commissioner set this match up tonight. We are not sure who Fantaboi's tag team partner is going to be tonight, but we do know that they're going to be challenging for the co-championship, a shot that Psycho Knight here believes that he should have had. And so here he is, taking his frustrations out of Brock Disco, returning the favor from 2 weeks ago when they attacked the Pimp Snappers before their #1 contendership match. And Psycho Knight not happy about it and letting Brock Disco know in this little backstage brawl before things get started. Brock Disco going to have a very hard time getting the job done tonight if his arm is all screwed up. Especially that drop on his neck from earlier is not going to help things out either. But Brock Disco still trying to hold his own, still trying to come out of this one with minimal fuss and muss. Psycho Knight with a beautiful elbow to the jaw there. Hoping to mess Brock Disco up even further tonight. One of his fellow Pimp Snapper, Justin, of course, is going to be in action later on tonight. But for now, man, who is going to break this up? I mean, this is just not going to be a fair. Well, it might actually be fair, considering Fantaboi is one of the two opponents for the Devil City bosses. He's going to need any advantage he can get, and that is going to be a huge advantage. That is going to be a huge advantage because that floor don't give. It certainly don't give nothing to that skull of Brock Disco. Meanwhile, it looks like they're going to have to cancel some interviews for that other show that we are in no way affiliated with, but we do share space with them from time to time. And Brock Disco letting everybody know what he thinks of that show as well. The views and opinions expressed by Brock Disco do not reflect those of WWE, exclamation point. At least not in that regard. I do agree that that is a very massive slam he just did to Psycho Knight on the concrete floor there. Psycho Knight's not going to be walking too good after this one. Oh, but Psycho Knight looking to come back right now. He's fighting through that pain. He wants Brock Disco to be as hurt as possible because it is time to undermine Brock Disco and the Devil City bosses the way they have been undermining the Pimp Snappers all along. But Brock Disco's not going down without a fight. No siree, Bob. Brock Disco looking to give as well as he gets, but he's going to be getting some more, as it turns out, because Psycho Knight not having any of it. Psycho Knight looking Is he looking for the Psycho Bomb? What's he going for? Oh, this could really hurt. Oh, my God. That is unmitigated contact with the cement floor to Brock Disco's skull. And, of course, Brock Disco is basically nothing but skull. Brock Disco, of course, being a Hell Knight who was a very big fan of 70s music. Likes to listen to that groovy 70s music and dance to it. He's going to have a hard time keeping rhythm if he keeps getting dropped on his head like that. But he's certainly not going to let Psycho Knight forget why he is one half of the co-champions. With these nasty, nasty moves right here. Of course, that last one looks like he's... Oh, wow! Apparently, Brock Disco's just got a head of steel right now. Well, no, that seems to have taken his toll on him. He's losing a little bit of his scruples there. His marbles are rattled. But he doesn't care. He's going for it again. Apparently, Brock Disco just likes the pain. He loves the head trauma. It's not a good day for him unless he's had at least 2 concussions. Brock Disco hoping to get his recommended daily allowance of concussions here. And Psycho Knight more than happy to oblige. Psycho Knight quit hitting him in the head. It's clearly not doing anything. We're going for another one. Oh, wow. Well, Psycho Knight saying, well, hey, if your brain is in your ass, then let's just try attacking that. Brock Disco's like, wrong. I don't have brains. Fooled you. Quit it with the head attack, Psycho Knight. It's not working. Well, if you hit him with that rice paper screen, it'll do something. Going for a third one. Oh, third time's the charm. Psycho Knight knocks him right out. And, of course, this is going to really put a dent in the chances of the Devil City Bosses going forward in that main event tonight. Who knows what's going to happen here? You know, that match has still been set. And the Devil City Bosses are putting their co-championship on the line against Fantaboi and a mysterious partner that the Mysterious Commission has chosen based on the request that they face an infant. So we're going to see what happens there. But for now, hopefully Brock Disco can shake off that headache. Coming up next is that Fatal 4 Tables match, and it is going to be a rough one. Splinters everywhere. And I'll tell you, one person that likes tables is this guy, the King of Clubs. He loves tables. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, well, wait, isn't the King of Clubs that guy who thinks he's a king of clubs, like literally the places where you go to listen to dance music and do some drinking? Well, yeah, of course, but before he was the King of Clubs, he was the Prince of Frat Parties, and you can't have a frat party without the beer pong. So he has a special place in his heart for tables. He would much rather not break a table. That is, literally and figuratively. He really would not be the person. He does not want to be the person to go through a table. Now, the King of Clubs has been assigned this match for a number of reasons, but one of them is that he is pissing me off right now. Last week, he had himself a little out of character good guy side come out, and frankly, that annoys me a little bit because I set him up to be a bad guy. He is supposed to be a bad guy. You see that? You see that emote? You're supposed to be cocky. You're supposed to be a jerk to people. You jerk. And then instead, you were a jerk to me by not being a jerk to your opponent last week. And that's really annoys me, King of Clubs. So I hope you go through a table. My impartiality is right out the window today because I am miffed at the King of Clubs. I'm sorry you had to see that, folks, but seriously, the King of Clubs, such a jerk. What a jerk. I hate the way he tries to have agency. That has nothing to do with the fact that Z-Manzilla is coming out to beat him up. Now, just for a frame of reference here, you should know that Z-Manzilla is one of the main sponsors, of course, of WWWO, WWE, !RASSLEBUTTS. You know, he's not just, a wrestler, but he also sponsors many of the events and, hosts it on his channel. And he's a pretty good guy all around. But, that has nothing to do with the fact that he's in this match. No, he specifically requested this match because Z-Manzilla is just as ticked off as I am at the King of Clubs, that the King of Clubs is not playing his role. Yes, sir, Bob. Z-Manzilla coming on out to a whole bunch of fire and fury, trying to get the crowd pumped in behind him. The crowd is amazingly indifferent, but who cares? He's out here to put the King of Clubs through a doggone table, and I hope he does it. I hope that handsome virile man there in the ring there with the mutton chops gets the job done tonight against the King of Clubs. Again, I'm completely fair and impartial here, folks. I apologize if it didn't seem that way at first, but I guarantee you that I only have the interests of the WWE exclamation point multiverse in mind when I say these things. And I am in no way trying to hate on the King of Clubs unfairly. I accept that he's a jerk. And he ruins my plans. What a jerk. All right. Speaking of folks that aren't jerks, let's go ahead and speak about some folks that aren't jerks. And here comes Randy Ranger. Randy Ranger making the trip all the way back from Mars so he can represent the UAC in this match. He, too, has a little grudge against the King of Clubs. Well, actually, he doesn't, but his matriarch Liz Shiz does. Liz Shiz thinks that the King of Clubs is a total diaper biscuit. Now, that's not my word. I mean, although, thanks to Randy Ranger winning a battle 2 weeks ago to give me the right to say diaper biscuits on TV, that I can say that the King of Clubs is a total diaper biscuit. Liz Shiz used much stronger language that I have the option of not using. You know, because, you know, these words are a choice. And I have chosen not to call the King of Clubs what Liz Shiz has called the King of Clubs. But Randy Ranger, well, he's all like, well, golly, if that's the way you feel about the King of Clubs, then I guess I'm going to have to amble my way back on out to Buffalo, New York. Get the job done. Looks like the camera guy was a little more prepared this week. He remembered that you don't step right up on Randy Ranger or you're likely to take a fall backwards. Randy Ranger, of course, taking his sweet time to get to the ring. He's building that anticipation. He's having a little pre-game pep talk with the devil who has possessed him in accordance with UAC policy. And the devil is giving him a lot of great advice on how to put the King of Clubs through a table. And make no mistake, Randy Ranger is here to put a King of Clubs through the table. For no other reason than the King of Clubs is a total and utter jerk who really should be ashamed of spoiling my plans for future stories with his sudden show of good character last week. Randy Ranger agrees with me, but hey, he also agrees that I'm completely impartial. Again, I am not playing favorites in this match, even though my favorite wrestler ever is getting ready to come out to the ring. It is Vlad Kablitsky, the beast who walks like 10 beasts, the man who slaughters dragons, the king of deep, dark, non-lightedness and glowy bits. Vlad Kablitsky, the big man, the glow demon, the one who will hurt you. Vlad Kablitsky, of course, coming to us from a training school at the top of a mountain where he was trained by the Dragon Argonax in the art of wrestling. Once he claimed the 4 tablets of the great wrestlers of all eras and stepped forward to become the greatest, biggest, baddest dragon wrestler of all time. And we will all know his name because he has it written on his Titantrod behind him, Vlad. So written because we couldn't fit Kablitsky. Vlad Kablitsky certainly taking his time as he makes his way out to the ring, and he can afford to. Every moment that he gives the King of Clubs to think about his upcoming fate, his upcoming butt full of splinters for being uncharacteristically nice to someone. How dare he? Vlad Kablitsky is here to make him pay. All 3 of these guys definitely gunning for the King of Clubs. At least I hope they're gunning for the King of Clubs. I really don't like that King of Clubs. I am completely impartial, by the way. Completely impartial. All right, and just let's get this started here. Come on, Randy Ranger. Come on, do something about that stupid King of Clubs over there. Randy, get up and beat up the King of Clubs now. No, you know what? Oh, yeah, and Vlad and Z-Man are doing a thing. Come on, Randy, get up and beat up the King of Clubs already. Beat him up. Thank you. Yeah. Put him on that ramp. Beat him all up. Hurt him. Do terrible. Don't walk away from him. Oh, you're going to get the table. That's okay, Randy. And Vlad and Z-Man are doing some stuff in the ring, but Randy with the table that he's going to put the King of Clubs through any moment now, and I can't wait to see it. I'm completely impartial. Yeah! Beat his stupid head in. How dare he try to act with his own agency? How dare he try to be nice when the script very clearly calls for him to be a shallow jerk? Hey. No. You're supposed to let Randy beat you up. Stop that, King of Clubs. Oh, sure, now you taunt like an arrogant bastard. Z-Man Zill and Vlad beating each other up, and the King of Clubs defying me once again by putting in a good showing against Randy Ranger. Up, looks like he's about to, oh yeah, that's it, hit him in the jaw. Hit him real good in the jaw. That's what you need to do. Yeah, beat him up, Randy, beat him up. Come on. Beat him up. Oh, yes, Vlad, beat him up, yeah! Crack his back. You cracked the back of the King of Clubs, who last week showed an uncharacteristic nice side by being nice to his opponent. How dare he? Oh, snap that head clean off. I know you can do it. You learned how to do it in that dragon training school at the top of the mountain where Argosax taught you. And it looks like it is doom time. It's doom time. No, what's going on here? Oh, well, that'll do too, Randy. Good job, Randy. Knocking the wind out of King of Clubs. Making it so it's going to be even harder for him to say those arrogant things that I wish he would have been saying instead of all the nice things he was saying about his opponent last week. And a nice little slam into the ground there. Yeah, Vlad and Z-Man appear to be doing something as well. But Randy Ranger, very proud of the fact that he beat up the King of Clubs. And Vlad, come on. Oh, Vlad, no. Well, yeah, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Hey, King of Clubs. No, King of Clubs. No! Looks like he's ruining that table as well. And, yeah, sure. Again, now you taunt. It's a little late for that. I am really mad at you. I am really mad at you, King of Clubs. And I hope this thing that Randy Ranger does to you, it really hurts. Slamming your back into those stairs like that. King of Clubs, you absolutely deserve that, King of Clubs. Randy Ranger looking super dominant right now. May just earn himself a #1 contendership to the main championship. If he would focus a little bit. Stay focused on the King of Clubs. Stay focused on the King of Clubs. You could be the number. I might just I might just make you your own title. In fact, that's what's going to happen here. Anybody if you manage to beat the King of Clubs tonight, whoever beats the King of Clubs, who I hate so very much, even though I'm impartial, if you beat the King of Clubs tonight, I will make you your very own special championship title. And you won't even have to defend it for like 2 weeks. You can just carry it around and wear it. It'll be super awesome. It'll be the Club Beater bonus title, we'll call it. The Club Beater bonus title. But somebody needs to get out there and beat up that King of Clubs if you want the Club Beater bonus title. It's on the table. Z-Manzilla not hearing a word I'm saying, apparently, as he continues to focus on Randy Ranger. Slamming him into the corner like that with the big knee. And now Vlad Kablitsky going to join the party here. Everybody forgetting that it's the King of Clubs that you're supposed to be beating up. Here, he'll remind you. Here he comes. King of Clubs grabbing Z-Manzilla, trying to toss him out of the ring. Yeah! Hit him, Z-Man. Hit him. Give him the buffalo chicken wing. Slam the crap out of him, Z-Manzilla. Put him through that table. Oh, my goodness. This is intense, man. Which one of you guys is going to earn the Club Beater bonus title, the soon-to-be newly created Club Beater bonus title that I will command the Mysterious Commissioner? Well, I work for the Mysterious Commissioner, so I don't know how well this is going to work. I'll go out and pay my own money if I have to make you a title. Whoever beats up the King of Clubs the best here, puts him through a table. Man, make him spit splinters for a week. Come on. Come on, don't let him get it. There are 3 of you. Team up on him. Come on. You put that table down, King of Clubs. That table is for your butt alone. That's what you get for not following scripts last week, King of Clubs. God, I hate you so much. I am a fair and impartial announcer usually, always. In fact, I'm being fair and impartial now. It's just that the King of Clubs is an objectively terrible person and a horrible wrestler. And Vlad Kablitsky showing him what a horrible wrestler he is, but he falls out of the ring. He is in the safety zone while these 3 guys can't get their act together. My favorite wrestlers can't get their act together long enough to agree that it's the King of Clubs that needs to get put through one of those tables and not one of you other guys. Yeah, little shin breaker for someone who I don't really care if they get hurt or not, because I am fair and impartial. But it looks like Vlad Kablitsky he's trying to get that win off of Randy Ranger, looking to put him through the table. Can he do it? I wish he wouldn't. I wish he wouldn't. I wish that was the King of Clubs. King of Clubs, this is supposed to be you. Well, Vlad, you just lost yourself a bonus belt. But hey, still, a victory's a victory here in the WWWO WWE exclamation point RASSLEBUTTS multiverse. And the King of Clubs avoids the fate that he most certainly deserves tonight. It's him that should be spitting out splinters. It's him that should be farting out fiberglass or whatever it is they make tables from Office Max out of. There's the cheap-ass tables. But look at the look of pain on his face. Oh, man, that's going to be my new desktop. That's going to be my new desktop on my computer. That look of pain on the King of Clubs' face. Because he deserves to feel all the pain in the world and then some. But he did not feel the pain tonight. Vlad Koblitzky, however, victorious tonight. Regardless of how he had to do it, that dragon training pulls him right through to a victory as he takes out the UAC's demon-infested zombie boy on RASSLEBUTTS. And this next match is going to get furious, man. And first to the ring here looks like Psycho Knight. He's getting ready to bring his buddy Justin out. Justin and Psycho Knight making up the Pimp Snappers. And of course, Justin will be in action tonight against Beat Emoji in a one-on-one singles match. Each one with their respective partners in their corners, watching their backs. Not that either one of these folks are known for very much treachery, to be honest, but hey, you know, it's a paycheck. And of course, Psycho Knight in action earlier, beating up Brock Disco backstage, trying to give Brock Disco something to think about as he goes into that co-championship match later tonight. Justin, though, has only one thing on his mind, and that's letting Beat Emoji know that all his crying and whining is for nothing. Because Justin has the skills to pay the bills, which is ironic because we don't actually pay these guys. So he's got the skills that earn him free sandwiches at the craft table. They're quite good. I make them myself. Justin gearing up to face the man that cries like 10 men. Here he comes with his partner, Jefferson Puka, as one half of the Yin Yang Connection. Beat Emoji going to be facing off against Justin, getting a little bit of vengeance. Last week, Dwayne was able to win the right to pick the co-championship opponent of his choosing, and he was able to do that by besting Beat Emoji and Justin in a singles triple threat match. And of course, Beat Emoji blames Justin for the results of that match because it's never his fault, you know, never his fault. No, the world's just unfair. The world is a vampire. The world is a pinky. And Justin's all like, yeah, whatever, smartass. So Beat Emoji getting ready to take his frustration, his crying rage out on Justin, but he's got a hard time doing that as he goes ass over tea kettle into the mat. Justin following up with that, a beautiful, beautiful drop kick. And he's going to work that arm. He knows that Beat Emoji's going to have a hard time applying some of those nasty moves of his if he can't take advantage of that reach. Beat Emoji does have a few inches there on Justin. Not anything to be ashamed of. Beat Emoji is a tall drink of water. But of course that water is tainted with mascara. So Beat Emoji looking to weaken Justin's cognitive abilities there as he elbows him a couple times in the face. Wants to get Justin to cry as much as he does so he doesn't feel so alone in all of the crying. So alone, crawling in his skin. Wounds that cannot heal. Wounds that he hopes not to get as he dodges and sidesteps that kick beautifully, following it up with a sit-down power bomb right there on the smiley face. The smiley face logo saying, "Put it right on my face." Beat Emoji largely unaware of that as he is continuing to have his toxic temper tantrum against Justin. Justin following up instead with a Hurricane Rana, looking to end that little combo streak. Nope, Beat Emoji wants more. He wants to lead this dance. He is determined that the Pimp Snappers, and Justin in particular, denied him the opportunity to be facing off for the co-championships this week with Jefferson Puka. And Jefferson Puka, normally a lighthearted person himself. I mean, look at that bunny tail. How can anybody who wears a bunny tail be mad at anything? And yet, I have heard reports that even Jefferson Puka is a little upset with the Pimp Snappers right now because he feels that he and Beat Emoji should be facing off for the co-championship tonight, but would not have to do so if it wasn't for Justin and Psycho Knight. But let's not forget that all this started a couple weeks ago. Hey, it looks like Justin's playing a little tune with Beat Emoji's head there. It's a little like that club music he likes to listen to, you know? And what's he going for here? What's he going to do? Ah, Beat Emoji dropped across his long, thin neck. And that's going to suck for him. Not for long, though. Tries to get a little breathing room here, but nope, Justin ain't having it. He is on him like steak on poop, like white on rice, like pale on Beat Emoji's skin. And that little reverse Hurricane Rana there sends Beat Emoji right head first into the mat, although I'm pretty sure those dreadlocks provide just a little bit of padding. That and years of cocaine abuse. But we're not supposed to know that about Beat Emoji. So pretend I didn't say it. Beat Emoji being set up in the high rent district. Looks like Justin wants to send him flying. You're not going to like this trip. One-way trip to hell. Justin setting him up. What's he going to do here? Little smash mouth for you. Oh, that double underhook slam. Bam. The slam bam. Thank you, ma'am. And he goes for the pin. 1, 2, and oh, and Emoji kicks out at 2.5. Looks like he's not done crying yet. His heart may be broken, but his spirit is not. And Justin looks like he's going for it again. What's he going to do here? A little go-to-sleep action. Does that get the job done? Let's find out. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And Justin proving, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that maybe it wasn't his fault after all. And if Beat Emoji wanted it more, maybe he should have worked harder for it, instead of crying about it all the time. Now Beat Emoji certainly does have something to cry about, as he has a legitimate one-on-one loss with no interference against the Pimp Snappers, which really does look good for the Pimp Snappers' future here. You know, it definitely shows that they deserve to be in the co-championship circle, whether or not Beat Emoji thinks they should. This is going to look really nice for them, and I'm sure the Mysterious Commissioner is watching this with great interest. The Mysterious Commissioner, of course, looking to plan a super show coming up in the next in about 3 weeks here. We're going to be looking at a super show, and as yet untitled super show, fans of RASSLEBUTTS, please continue to contribute your suggestions for what the next pay-per-view should be called. Or first pay-per-view, as it were. But in the meantime, the Mysterious Commissioner looking for a great match. Looking for a great show, to put a great match on a great show. And who knows what the Mysterious Commissioner is thinking after watching this match. Quite possibly that Justin and Psycho Knight, the Pimp Snappers, may in fact deserve to be in this title picture. But right now it's Justin that wins the week here and has come out victorious against the much taller, much whinier Beat Emoji as we move on to the next match. Okay, so hang on to your butts because this is complicated. Last week, Jello Blado faced Uncle Rocky for the Intercontinental Championship, and while he did come up short, he put in a great performance and really brought the fight to Uncle Rocky. Uncle Rocky, though, was not content to just leave it set there. Yeah, he just wasn't content to win or be gracious about it. He had to brag about it a little bit. He had to let his followers know that if they weren't good friends with him, then they would suffer the same beating, the same shameful beating, he said on social media, that Jello Blado suffered. Well, Jello Blado didn't like the way that Uncle Rocky was mouthing off about him on the internet. And the funny thing about the internet is the internet didn't like Uncle Rocky mouthing off on the internet either. And so the internet has decided to participate in this match as the Mysterious Commissioner decided to take advantage of that situation and make a three-way Extreme Rules match. So the three of them can all take their frustrations out on each other, and we get to watch it. Aren't we lucky? And now once again, it's time. It's time to beat up Isaac Goldberg, some random guy that works in the arena. And of course, once Jello Blado gets done doing that, he has decided it's time to show up for work. Jello Blado, of course, eschewing a traditional entrance in favor of just walking in whenever he feels like. And of course, he's wearing his street clothes. He dresses like that all the time. That's how he goes to work. That's how he goes to the supermarket. That's how he goes to UN meetings. He also works for the UN. I'll bet you didn't know that. He is the ambassador of Butt Kickin' Stand. That's right. Jello Blado is the ambassador of Butt Kickin' Stand. And he is here to show that Smash Neck style that he perfected with his years of MMA training. Jello Blado scouting the area, making sure nobody's putting any little shortcuts or cheating things, because he wants this to be a fair fight. Well, at least, you know, he doesn't want anybody to cheat in his direction. Jello Blado is actually, by and large, willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done. Everything is fair. That's jujitsu. If it works, it's jujitsu. That's the way he feels about it. He is an MMA martial artist that will smash any neck that gets in his way. He will carve you with the edge of his Jello Blado. The This crowd not as much of a fan of him. Of course, we aren't paying him for his looks, which are actually quite nice. That's why he puts the mask on him. We have to pay extra for him to not wear the mask, as it turns out. In any case, he is getting ready to face his opponents. He is sick and tired of people like Uncle Rocky talking that smack on the internet. Uncle Rocky saying some pretty vicious things online about what a shameful defeat Jello Blado faced. And Jello Blado not really happy with seeing that on the internet. He's sitting there, he's just trying to drink his coffee and eat his morning protein, his ham and eggs, and he's got to read that on the internet from Uncle Rocky, no less some guy that pretends to be your good friend. Well, Uncle Rocky comes on out, he says, hey, I'm a great friend. It just so happens that you're a bad person. That's what Uncle Rocky said. Jello Blado vehemently disagrees. But Uncle Rocky disagrees with that disagreement. And it's a big cyclical process, and it just sort of keeps going like that. But at the end of the day, Uncle Rocky is still the Intercontinental Champion. And he is readily willing and able to show all of his good friends in the audience, both of them, that he still got that belt. The crowd not having any of it, but he don't care. He's just happy to be the champion, happy to be in front of everybody, happy to show it off. Crowd not quite as happy with that. Uncle Rocky, of course, certainly hoping he wins so he can once again brag on Twitter to all of his followers about what an awesome champion he is and how he beat the internet itself. He thinks he's going to beat the internet itself, and he may just be right tonight. We don't know. We're about to find out. As the internet is in action again tonight. Non-title bout, but the internet has been carving a path through this roster, proving why he is the Super Anyway champion. And of course, anybody that tries to give him crack about it, he's just like, huh, you mad? You mad? He don't care. He don't care at all. The internet don't care. He don't care for your whining, and he cares even less about your bragging. He's here to show that he is above it all. None of it could exist without him, and he is happy to show everybody that. As well as his belt, which honestly, he doesn't even care about being the Super Anyway champion. That's the part that sucks about this whole thing. The internet doesn't even care that he's the Anyway champion. He's just trying to keep anybody else from being the Anyway champion. That's the way he looks at it. The internet, of course, coming to us live from the actual internet. You see, every single time the internet joins this bout, it has to stop what it's doing to come and wrestle in this match. Now, we do expect that the internet's going to have a little bit of a problem today moving, as we are to understand that net neutrality has been defeated. And as you can see, it is having a huge impact on the powers of the internet. With net neutrality defeated, it no longer has the speed to get the job done, and Jello Blado is going to take advantage of that to get a few licks in on Uncle Rocky and his big fat mouth. Jello Blado letting Uncle Rocky know what he thinks about that. And of course, there's the internet once again affected by the loss of net neutrality. Things slowing down for the internet here. It's certainly trying to put up a good defense. And oh, hey, look at that. Well, hey, that was a bit of a knee banger right there. Oh, looks like the internet finally got himself a good connection. Finally got past the paywall, as it were. Not so much. Jello Blado goes for the pin. One. Slow, but not slow enough. All we have to do is get sponsored by Verizon, and maybe Comcast will block the internet enough to make it impossible for the internet to win. Meanwhile, I'll go, oh, hey, well, Jello Blado's not done with Uncle Rocky yet. Has a clear grudge against Uncle Rocky right here. And the internet has no grudge. He's just looking to do some fun, freaky things. Oh, no, Jello Blado not having any of that. Again, the internet's suffering from that loss of connectivity. As you know, WWWO, WWEE, exclamation point, RASSLEBUTTS does not have much of a budget, so we can't afford the good internet. And so with the internet connection compromised here, it looks like the internet is struggling to stay a factor in this match. And Jello Blado, definitely a factor in this match, as he shows why he should have won that Intercontinental Championship last week. Uncle Rocky fighting his way out of the corner. Oh, it looks like the internet finally grabbed the equalizer. First one to grab some weaponry in this Extreme Rules match. There are no disqualifications, ladies and gentlemen. You can do anything in this match. Up to and including pulling the internet's internet connection so that they slow down. Of course, the internet finally getting some headway here. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, wow. The internet with that innovative offense goes for the pin. 1. Uncle Rocky manages to kick out at 1. Jello Blado just kind of showing off a little bit, letting everybody know, hey, if I'm not going to kick Uncle Rocky's butt, then the internet's going to do it. Because both the internet and the victims do not like it when you brag about them on Twitter. And the internet's wondering why everybody supported net neutrality. We're like, y'all a bunch of jerks. Y'all a bunch of jerks supporting this net neutrality. I can't think straight anymore because I ain't got a solid connection to the internet. I got to pay people to think straight. What's wrong with you people? There he is going for that offense. And, yep, once again, a little slow on the take. A little slow on the take. Net neutrality has had a horrible effect on the internet's thinking, and now he is getting very easily mobbed by his 2 opponents. And now it's just a bit of an old cluster fudge there. Oh my goodness, the internet cannot get any offense in today. That slow as molasses connection, that refusal to pay the right people the right price is costing the internet dearly today. And Uncle Rocky taking the internet up and saying, I can say whatever I want on the internet. Swinging neck breaker says I can. And Uncle Rocky looking to grab a weapon here. Looking to hurt the internet even more than it's already been harmed by the loss of net neutrality. And he grabs the ladder. He's looking to get some high speed. Yeah. Oh, the internet fighting back. He hated that joke almost as much as everybody listening right now. And he's trying to fight back, but the internet, oh, whoa. The internet cannot catch a break today. Laid out in the center of the ring, the internet. Meanwhile, Jello Blado finally getting his revenge on Uncle Rocky's crotch. That's what he says, don't get cocky or I'll kick you in the... Never mind. Jello Blado, is he going for snake eyes? Is he going for snake eyes? Snake eyes it is. Uncle Rocky, all he can see is that turnbuckle. The internet finally trying to get some offense in here, finally trying to make a comeback. Finally trying to prove that a few corporations getting greedy don't necessarily have an effect on him. Looks like he's going big old super Hurricane Rana laying Jello Blado out in the center of the ring. Big hit right there for the internet. Finally coming back in a big way. Drop that elbow. Huge elbow drop from the internet. And a nice little kick to boot. We call that the reboot. And the internet trying to reboot their success in this match, but unable to get past that shining wizard from Uncle Rocky. And he goes for the pin. 1, 2, and internet kicks out at 2. Meant to kick out at 1, but the internet connection was slow. What's Uncle Rocky doing with that ladder there? Is he looking to climb? He's looking like climb his way to victory, or is he just going to hit people with it? Without a pun about ladders involved. Meanwhile, the internet has an amazing recovery there. Little burst of speed. Well, wasn't enough, though. That fireman's carry says that the internet is still in a bit of trouble. All right. Gets his scruples together just long enough to get Jello Blado out of the ring. But now it's Uncle Rocky's turn to wreck some stuff here. Oh, that head slam right into the mat. And Uncle Rocky goes for the pin. 1. Jello Blado breaks it up. It is by the grace of Blado that the internet is still alive and kicking. But Jello Blado having a hard time getting it done, and Uncle Rocky having a stellar time today as he goes for the pin on Jello Blado. 1. Jello Blado not having it. He's like, you are not as tough as you pretend to be on the internet. Just because when you're on the internet you can almost win doesn't mean you can win when you're on the Jello Blado. Jello Blado gets a shining wizard for his trouble, and he's in trouble. 1, 2. Jello Blado kicks out at 2. Jello Blado certainly proving to be a man of iron tonight. Meanwhile, the internet looking to try to get a few licks in here as well. He doesn't like it when people whine about being mistreated on the internet. He also doesn't like people bragging on the internet doesn't like anything. The internet is such a hate machine. But it's having a hard time doing that hatred tonight because net neutrality lost. And now he's going for that pin. 1. But the internet is still fighting. The internet is still fighting for the right to remain neutral in all of this. Stopping to think about what it did, though, man. It has definitely taken its toll there. Uncle Rocky breaking that pin up. before Jello Blado can force a victory here. The two of them going at it in the center of the ring. Jello Blado once again taking some issue with Uncle Rocky's strong words. And Uncle Rocky with a powerful punch, knocking that mask right into Jello Blado's nose. And Jello Blado bleeding a little bit in shock. 1, 2, and Jello Blado still kicks out. Jello Blado showing just how tough he is. But Uncle Rocky also showing that he can keep the dream alive. And the internet rolling out of the ring to avoid that pin attempt. But hey, Uncle Rocky's just going to go for that. 1, 2. Jello Blado kicks out again. Jello Blado conditioned as a martial arts master. Uncle Rocky is a big old goofball with a children's show. Jello Blado is a big old goofball with martial arts muscles. And we shall see who wins in the match between children's show and martial art. And of course, a little bit of a ladder there. Jello Blado not afraid to take advantage of every opportunity that is given to him. Like I said, if it works, it's jiu-jitsu. Well, and Uncle Rocky's like, hey, I brought this ladder in here for a reason. I wanted to smack you with it anyway. 1, 2. Jello Blado still kicking out. Now the internet, a little behind the times, not realizing. 1, 2. Can he do it? 1, 2, 3. The internet actually manages to pull through on this one. Jello Blado had a huge uphill battle going into this one, of course. But the internet looks like, in the end, the internet can get through anything here. The internet can persevere. The internet can win the fight. The internet doesn't care if you talk trash on the internet. The internet doesn't care if you whine and cry on the internet. The internet doesn't care, because in the end, the internet will come out victorious one way or another. And even a little thing like net neutrality will not stop the internet from being victorious at the end of the day. The internet, of course, very, very important to our culture here in the WWE exclamation point RASSLEBUTTS. This is not, of course, a metaphor for anything going on in real life. Of course, the internet hates authority, too. Again, totally not a metaphor. This is not a metaphor for anything. But the internet sure is tired of fighting here, ladies and gentlemen. So maybe we all should have repealed. Maybe we all should have supported net neutrality more. Or something. It's not a metaphor. Here they come, the Devil City Bosses. Dwayne and Brock Disco looking to defend their co-championship successfully tonight. They were told that they could choose whichever opponents they wanted, but they had to defend those co-championships tonight. Mysterious Commissioner commanded it. And so they chose Fantaboi and, I quote on this one, an infant. They said they wanted to face Fantaboi and an infant. The Mysterious Commissioner said they'd see what they could do. And so let's see who their opponents are going to be tonight. Fantaboi, of course, but who else? Fantaboi coming on out. Still has no idea who his partner is going to be. We are not sure who is going to be joining Fantaboi in this title defense. But he is excited. He's very excited because he's challenging for a championship ever since he lost the Intercontinental Championship in an untelevised dark match to Uncle Rocky. He has been very unhappy. He feels he deserves more respect than that. And here's the respect he's been given. He was chosen by Brock Disco and Dwayne specifically to be their opponents tonight because they had to defend the co-championship tonight. And he was the opponent they chose, along with a second him. The Mysterious Commissioner, of course, saying that they couldn't bend space and time that way, but so they said, go out and get him an infant as his tag team partner. Mysterious Commissioner said they'd do the best they could. So we're going to find out who is Fantaboi's partner for this title defense. Who is he going to be teaming up with? Who is this? Baby Boy! What's a baby boy? What is a baby boy? Oh my God, that is a baby boy. The Mysterious Commissioner went out and literally got an infant. Oh my God, that is a huge baby. A giant baby is joining Fantaboi. Oh my, that is a giant baby. Holy cow. A huge, giant baby infant boy. Oh, wow. And he gets pyro, too. He's already one step up off of Fantaboi there. Baby Boy going to be the mysterious partner. And we'll see how this plays out for the Devil City Bosses. And this match is, of course, for the WWWO WWE exclamation point co-championship. And boy, is this a weird development here. Somehow, against all odds, Brock Disco's wish was granted, and Fantaboi has been teamed with an infant. Baby Boy, the mysterious Baby Boy, who nobody's heard of. I have no idea what to expect here from Baby Boy. Fantaboi I've heard of, and I know what to expect. I'm not really looking forward to it. Meanwhile, the Devil City bosses, Dwayne and Brock Disco, the Hell Knight that likes grooviness. Brock Disco, of course, getting the crud beaten out of him earlier backstage by Psycho Knight. Their little rivalry certainly not over with. So Brock Disco not coming into this match 100%, unfortunately. But fortunately, it is a tornado tag match, and one of the participants is Fantaboi. And his partner is Dwayne, who's been very successful recently in singles action. Last week's triple threat match should prove, if anything, that Dwayne is opportunistic and ready to support his partner. Now, I believe this will be contested under tornado tag rules, which means both competitors can be in the ring at the same time. So this is going to be a clustery match here. And Baby Boy just knocked right on down like the infant that he is. The Devil City boss is looking dominant right out of the gate here, definitely getting what they wanted. An easy match, or at least that's what they're hoping for here. Oh, but Fantaboi gets the reversal on Dwayne. Knocks him right on that lost soul head of his. Dwayne, of course, being an ascended lost soul who gained the powers of a wrestler and a boss after pulling a thorn out of Satan's foot. He was then granted a wish and given the ability to become a boss, and so he chose to be a boss. He chose to do so. Meanwhile, Baby Boy, what's going on here? Baby Boy, big old splash from Baby Boy on Brock Disco. Amazing offense there from the world's largest infant. Baby Boy looking to get the candy that's in Brock Disco's head. Psycho Knight didn't find the candy earlier. Baby Boy's hoping he is more successful. Interestingly enough, Baby Boy does seem to cry less than beat emoji. Brock Disco dropping that huge outrunning elbow on Baby Boy. Meanwhile, ringside Fantaboi looking to come back with that shin breaker. And Brock Disco picking Baby Boy back up, hoping to keep that offense going strong. He wanted to fight an infant. He got his wish. And now there he is, knocking a giant baby around. Oh, he's got the baby in the Boston Crab. Or as Baby Boy might pronounce it, Boston Quab. Baby Boy kicks out of that nonsense. Wow, I think Baby Boy might even have an inch or two on Brock Disco. That is a big baby. Holy cow. The biggest baby. Oh, wow. It's an amazing reversal from Baby Boy there. How did he pull that off? How did Baby Boy pull that off? Oh, wow. Baby Boy throwing himself a little tantrum in the center of the ring there. He wants the candy that's in Brock Disco's head. Brock Disco still messed up from earlier, of course. But hey, let's not take anything away from this amazingly good offense that Baby Boy has been putting forward in the past minute here. Quick-witted, catches that ring. Oh, catches the rope. Is able to get a reversal. Baby Boy certainly on point right now. Meanwhile, Fantaboi is doing things to Dwayne, and I could care less. Baby Boy going for that big old submission, that camel clutch, or the camel clutch. He's got Brock Disco by the jaw. Oh, Brock Disco decided to kick right on out of it. No submission for you. No submission for you, Baby Boy. And oh, man, right in the soft spot of Baby Boy's head. And Baby Boy decides to clip through the ring because he can. And it looks like Brock's turn to slam the baby. Brock slams the baby, one, and the baby kicks out. That baby sure did not like being under Brock Disco. Babies don't like discos, as it turns out. With that knee, oh, yeah, it looks like Fantaboi went for a pin, but nobody cares. As Brock Disco and Baby Boy continue to go at it. Brock Disco looks like he is setting up for something really nasty here. It's like a big power bomb. Oh! And Baby Boy is hurting. But he is fighting through that hurt. Baby Boy fighting through that hurt. Fighting through that poopy diaper as well, I might add. And Brock Disco's getting a little something else to poop about here. Brock Disco signaling for it. Here it comes. Here it comes. The boss smasher. Nope. Blocked. Denied. And Fantaboi holding his own over there with Dwayne, apparently. But Brock there to break it up, and Baby Boy there to break the Brock. He is a Brock breaker. Gives him a little elbow to the chest there. Continues to kick him with those hard baby feet. Twisting his head off, looking for that candy. And Fantaboi off doing his own thing. Largely able to participate in this match because Baby Boy is a surprisingly good competitor here. All right, Baby Boy picking Brock up. What's he gonna do? I thought babies didn't like heights. Well, I suppose they like high chairs. Is he gonna give him a high chair drop? Is that what's going on here? Oh my goodness, what's going on here? What is he doing? Ah, from the cradle to the grave! Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Brock kicks out. We almost had new champions there. And Brock Disco elbowing his way out of that situation, looking for the stunner. Oh, that's a DDT, excuse me. DDTs hurt babies more because of that big soft spot in their head. And that is a big old soft spot right there. Meanwhile, Dwayne holding his own against Fantaboi. Nobody's surprised. Brock pinning the baby. 1, 2. And the baby just will not stay down for its nap. Brock has decided that it is nap time for Baby Boy. But Baby Boy just not having it. Meanwhile, Fantaboi kicking Dwayne in his only vulnerable spot, his head. But nobody really cares, man, because, you know, Fantaboi. Oh, looks, what's Baby Boy doing? Oh, well, whatever it was, it got blocked. Brock Disco not having any of it. Brock Disco still surprisingly sharp despite taking some very nasty damage earlier this evening. Wow, that was an amazing flip splash. And it looks like the team of Fantaboi and Baby Boy laid out. And Brock Disco goes for the pin. 1, 2, and Baby Boy kicks out. Baby Boy continuing to kick out. He is resistant to naps, ladies and gentlemen. He does not want to take a nap. That enziguri, Brock, with that enziguri, Brock is saying, it is time for your nap, would you please? Oh, and Dwayne is getting people to count. Or maybe they're all just trying to teach Fantaboi how to count. That's a possibility as well. It is a new skill that he should learn here. Oh, bam! Little elbow to the canardlies there. What is Brock doing with that child, man? That is not a position you want to be holding a child's head in.
I mean, if he keeps that up, he's almost going to get elected senator of Alabama or something. That would be bad.
Brock scouting Baby Boy from that second rope. Looks like he's looking for something. He tells Baby Boy to get ready. Time for, he slams Baby Boy in the soft spot of his head. Is it nap time yet? Is it nap time yet? No, Baby Boy has decided otherwise. Oh, no, another reversal. Brock definitely on his toes here, wants to keep that championship. Oh, Baby Boy looking to break that back. 1, 2, Dwayne does not get the pin. And Baby Boy looks like he's tantruming out in the corner, had himself a little tantrum. Little elbow to the chest there. If it doesn't give milk, he doesn't like it. He only likes a chest that gives him milk. Meanwhile, Dwayne going for the pin. Does he get it? 1, 2, and that is a successful defense by the Devil City Bosses as Baby Boy continues to wreck things in the background there. Well, the Devil City Bosses get their wish, and they were able to hang on to their championship by the merest thread. And of course, Baby Boy having a little cry about it there. And of course, these folks here, oh man, they are just going after Baby Boy. Oh, you think you're so new? You think it's so great? Yeah. He throws Baby Boy out of the ring. Truth be told, though, Fantaboi was definitely the weak link in that little connection right there. Fantaboi was definitely the weak link in that connection, and Baby Boy has nothing to be ashamed about.
Well, thank you very much once again for joining me for WWE !RASSLEBUTTS. And we had a great time here tonight, and I am looking to continue to have a good time here. Now, there will be 2 more shows, and then there will be a super show or a pay-per-view. And I am still looking for suggestions for what we're going to be calling that super show. So, give me those suggestions on YouTube. Send them to me on Twitch. Come see me on Twitch when I shoot these live, and give me those suggestions then. In the meantime, however you want to shoot those off to me, I will definitely read those and consider them. In the meantime, thank you very much once again for joining me for WowWee WrestleButts, and as always, WowWee.